Hello everyone. Today I will introduce you the THINKCAR ThinkToool Pad10, a new product from THINKCAR. You will see the unboxing video for this product, and we will introduce you more detailed information of this product, and we will express some operations of this device. Also, if you like our video and channel, please don't forget to subscribe us and click the thumb up. Moreover, you can share it to your friends or subscribers. Thank you. And if you have any question for this product, please leave a comment. We will answer your question. And if you have some advice for our videos and channel, welcome your comment. I will briefly introduce this product. There will be more details later in the video. THINKCAR ThinkToool Pad10 is a comprehensive diagnostic device. It supports the connection of Bluetooth. THINKCAR ThinkToool Pad10 supports 3 different module extensions. They are endoscope, oscilloscope, wireless tire pressure diagnostic tool. Use the wireless tire pressure diagnostic tool. You can activate, program and relearn the tire pressure. And it supports to use the topology diagram. Supports intelligent diagnosis. Supports remote assistance. Supports online coding for Volkswagen, Audi and BMW. Supports offline coding for Mercedes-Benz. Supports function of guidance for Volkswagen and Audi. Supports to use the THINKCAR ADAS, the advanced calibrated tool for the driver assistance system. It has advanced hardware. The memory is 6 GB memory. The storage is 128 GB. It has cool experience of UI. It has the industry's most maintenance special functions. The total is 34 items. And they are free to use. Let's take a look at a packing list of the product. Here is a list of the main accessories. Yes, let me tell you about them. First, they are our diagnostic hosts and our Bluetooth connector. After getting the Bluetooth connector, the customer needs to register an account. After registering the account, the connector is bound to our account. The following one is for power. It is like a battery clip. There are 2 clips on our battery. Like some older cars, it may not be the standard of OBDZON, but standard of OBDZON. Maybe there is no power supply on his diagnostic seat, so that this power supply line needs to be used at this time. These 2 lines are to supply power for our Bluetooth connector, which need to be used with our adapter. This is to directly clip the positive and negative electrodes of the battery. Then this line need be plugged directly here. This wire goes here. Then this goes to one positive and one negative of the battery. Then here is the Bluetooth diagnostic interface, which is used to be plugged with our 16-pin. Here is one of the various adapters we have above. Then, this is a fetcher on the plug in the cigarette lighter. This one is not actually clipped to the battery as it was just now. In our vehicles, there is generally a location for this point of cigarette lighter. Lighting gas can also be used as a location for taking electricity. Plug this directly into the cigarette lighter, and then connect this head to our OBD adapter. Let's look continually. And the following ones are 2 fuses. They are different. This fuse is mainly used on the 2 power supply clips we just looked at. Both have fuses inside. 2 fuses. One on our clip. These 2 raised positions, including our cigarette lighter, have this fuse. If the fuse is burned out, you can use the other fuse included in our accessories for a replacement. This is a function of a fuse. Then this is a charging cable for the tablet. This is the charging head. There are 3 kinds of adapters, mainly to adapt to a socket of various specifications. Then, the rest of these are various non-standard headers. For example, this is Nissan 14 plus 16, and this 3-pin, Mercedes-Benz 38-pin, Toyota 17-pin, BMW 20-pin. This is a Honda 3-pin. This is a Mitsubishi 12 plus 16, Toyota 22-pin. Also there is a General 12-pin, Chrysler 6-pin, and an extension cord. Everyone should know that, like some older models, this diagnostic socket is not 16-pin. Only after 15 and 95. These diagnostic interface of models are 16-pin. And this diagnostic interface doesn't need to be equipped with this kind of adapter. You can directly use the Bluetooth connector to connect. For older models, if the diagnostic socket is not the 16-pin, all need to be equipped with various adapters. Then there is another page here, which is mainly an instruction manual for the device, as well as a packing list and a password letter. The serial number and activation code of our device can be viewed directly on this password letter. Activation codes are one-time use. Please pay attention to this point. After you use this activation code to activate the device, this activation code has no effect. Everyone can see this is an interface of Pad10. Although ours is a tablet computer, it is also a closed system. If the customer says that they need to download the app on this tablet, it is not supported. Because after the device is turned on, it jumps directly to the main diagnostic interface, which we are looking at now. This is our main interfaces. The first one is the diagnostic function. After clicking into it, there are a variety of model diagnostic softwares, as well as some functions to scan the frame number. Here, models can be differentiated by regions. For example, American cars, European cars, Asian cars, Chinese cars. Here you can manually select the diagnostic software according to your own needs, or you can directly use the above search functions. You can also click on some of the recently used models, and you can also view them here. The second one is intelligent diagnosis. It must be confirmed that the Bluetooth connector had been plugged into the car first. After the Bluetooth plug is connected with the vehicle, we click on the intelligent diagnosis, and it will automatically read the frame number from the vehicle. When the frame number is read successfully, it will help you choose this diagnostic software, and you don't need to manually select it. How long the time need depends on the vehicle's protocol. For some models, you can read it immediately. Some models may take longer to read. Some models even can't be able to read. If the frame number can't be read, you need to manually select the diagnostic software. After we read the frame number successfully, we click the Diagnose. Please pay attention. We are now connected to this simulation platform. It is some simulation data, not the real vehicle ECU. After I clicked, I entered an interface of Topology map. If it is a Pad 8, it is directly displayed like this, and there is no Topology map. Pad 8 shows this, but Pad 10 will show the Topology map. Next, we will explain some operations of the general diagnosis to you. For example, after entering here, everyone usually can see the Topology map. But some customers may say that they don't know how to read this Topology map. If so, you can choose this system list. The system list shows the full name. But the Topology map shows the abbreviation. The bottom menu is the same, and it is generally recommended that you can choose Intelligent Scan. It will scan what systems your car has, which systems have fault, and what is the number of the fault. If you choose the system scan, you will only scan what systems your vehicle has, but you can't read the fault codes in the systems. Some customers complained before, saying that our device couldn't even read the fault code. This is not to say that our device can't read the fault. It was that these customers who chose the wrong menu. You can take a look at the icons on the top. The green ones are normal, and the red ones mean that there are fault codes. The blue icon just means that the system exists. The system has been assembled. The white means unscanned, and the gray means that the system is not configured. If you just looked at the following menus, if the selection is different, the images displayed will also be different. If we just select the intelligent scan, this scan mainly shows 3 colors. After scanning, green means the system is normal, red one means there are DTCS, or gray means unconfigured one. There won't appear any other colors. Let's have a look. For example, this 61. This is not configured. This system is not detected. But like this engine ABS, EPBDs are all there. And these systems do not have a fault code. Like this cash register system 5F. It has fault codes. And there are 2 fault codes. As you can see, a 2 is displayed above. Let's have a look. This is the special image we scanned. Mainly the 3 colors we just mentioned. Let's look back. After returning, there is a system scan. If you look at the system scan, it only displays white and gray. So if you can't scan the fault code when the system scans, but after entering the system, it is found that there is fault in the reading, which is obviously that you have selected the wrong menu. You need to choose intelligent scanning, not system scanning. Everyone must pay attention to this. We won't scan it ourselves. Let's pause first. There is another special thing at the bottom. That is the gateway scan, which is unique to Volkswagen Audi. Other models generally only have this first one, second and fourth menu. If you choose to scan, you can choose this communication bus. The tick on the bus. You can select all on this communication line. This is too big. Let's look at a smaller one. Select all the systems on this wanted line. Or you can select only a few systems. Then scan is also possible. Select scan. Generally speaking, the functions and menus of our interface with Topology map are the same. Mainly Volkswagen Audis are more special. There is a gateway scan. If use the gateway scan, it can scan all the signals of your car directly and quickly, just to determine whether your system has a fault code or not. If it is the gateway scan, it is mainly the system that follows the CAN protocol. If it is an older vehicle with some protocol of K-line, it cannot be recognized by the gateway scan. The main choice is to use the smart scan. This is the entire interface, including some other special functions, all systems and so on. Everyone should pay attention that there is a display of the vehicle voltage on it, which is the reference voltage. Maybe you use a multimeter to measure the voltage. It may not match with it, but it is close. And it is a reference. Isn't accurate of 100%. These are some basic diagnostic functions. Next, I will give you a detailed introduction to some of the functions. Let's go to the system of engine. After we enter the system of engine, we can see some menus of diagnostic functions in this system. I'm looking for a system I can enter. This is some data from the simulation platform. 09 can't get in. Let's take a look at the simulated platform. This is a demo program on the device. If you enter here, I will recommend you exit, because it just shows you what functions it has. If you diagnose the vehicle here, you can't diagnose it. The content you see will be the same every time basically. And this is a diagnostic software for Ford. For example, after we enter the system of engine, it can read the information of version, read code, clear code, read the data stream, and can do special functions, such as the actuation test. There are operation of various functions. Please pay attention here. I see customers often ask, saying that I have read the fault code, and then I go to clear it and find that the fault code can't be cleared. In this case, there must be something wrong with your car. So it has trouble codes, right? For some fault codes, it doesn't mean that they exist in real time. Some are occasional, or some are indirect. Generally, if there is a fault code, first of all, we have to check whether the vehicle is normal. If the vehicle is in an abnormal state, for example, a key of your Suzuki is damaged, we need to replace the key of Suzuki, and then we will clear the fault. It doesn't mean that we read the fault code after buying this device, and then we can directly use this device to clear the fault. Not so that. Unless it is set to be some special functions. Some functions of match. For example, it reports that the sensor is not learned. or the sensor is not matched, and the actuator is not calibrated. These faults can be solved by our device. But if it reports that the diagnostic software is damaged, or that the hardware is damaged, or that the line is short-circuited or open-circuited, the fault code can only be cleared after the customer repairs the vehicle. Because I often see many people inquiring, saying that his device has read some special functions. However, if he used our device to clear it, it can't be cleared. This is not the problem with the device. It's just because you haven't repaired your vehicle. When you operate it, you must pay attention. After you have repaired the vehicle, only then you can fix the fault, and only then you can clear the fault code. Above is the diagnosis, and here is a quick check. For quick detection, this function is made to do a one-click diagnosis. After we click on the quick check, this is a voice broadcast. The whole process of voice broadcast. After you click into, it will read the vehicle's information with one click. It is to read the frame number. After finish reading the frame number, it will automatically select the corresponding diagnostic software, and then automatically scan and find what systems and fault codes your vehicle has. Finally, an electronic test report will be issued to you. This whole operation doesn't require you to operate. See that? I haven't operated any of the menus now. It will automatically scan these systems. The whole operation doesn't require you to click on the menu. Of course, this function doesn't mean that all vehicles can be supported. You must pay attention to this point. If it is not supported, it may exit this function directly. This function only reads what systems your vehicle has, and what fault it has. If you want to clear the fault code, you have to go back to the diagnostic software to operate. This diagnosis takes a long time, so we just quit, and not wait it. After the diagnosis is finished here, you will directly see a diagnosis report. Then the next one is the function of maintenance service. There are 34 items in total. At present, all of them have been opened for free use, and there is no need to purchase a certain item separately. The devices of other friendly company, it seems that there are only a dozen items configured, and others need to be purchased by themselves. We open the 34 items freely. For more professional device, there are 35 items, and the increased one is mainly the anti-theft programmer, which is the anti-theft programmer that requires the device to have an online programming function. Because this device doesn't have this online function, so the function of the anti-theft programmer is removed. There are 34 special functions totally, all of which are free to use. Then, the next one is tire pressure. If you need to use the tire pressure, you need to purchase a tire pressure stick before use this function. If you don't buy a tire pressure stick, you can't go in and operate it. After purchasing, you can enter here, write the serial number and activation code of the tire pressure, then activate it. This is tire pressure. And then we will introduce the ADAS. It is the same for ADAS. You need to buy the ADAS device. After purchasing the ADAS device, it will come with an activation code. An activation code for ADAS. This is an interface for activating the ADAS. You need to write the activation codes here. Here is a list of ADAS can support. You can inquire here. This is ADAS. The next one is the module, which is mainly the video scope and the oscilloscope. The tire pressure is here. The device only support these three modules as far. Other modules are still under development and have not been put in it. Then the last one in the second row is the team viewer, which is the remote control. Everyone need to know it. After we open the team viewer, it will have an ID number. You need to send us the ID number. Then our technician can control the diagnostic device and help you deal with your problem. This is the system of Android 10. And here are function of gesture operation, which is what we are looking at now. Pulling the edge of the screen to the middle can directly return to the previous layer, which is the same as the operation of our mobile phone. This is a feature of Android 10. Like Android 9, Android 8, and Android 6, etc. They are not available. This is the system of Android 10. Then we look at the bottom row. The first one is the mall, mainly to buy some hardware, and buy these software packages. But you can't buy them directly here. It will inform you to contact the dealer. This is the purchase sun rod. Just to tell you what it has here. Then there is the file. And all the vehicles we have diagnosed will generate a file. For example, how many vehicles you had diagnosed before, their frame number, and the vehicle's information will be displayed on it. We can go in and take a look. If we go in and look inside, there are mainly some diagnostic reports, data streams, and some screenshots. It is empty now, because the report was not saved. There are also separate diagnostic reports. It will not be displayed without saving the report. The operation of saving the report is also very simple. That is, after we enter the diagnosis, do not exit directly after scanning. We click on this report at the bottom. For example, we are now testing the whole car. After scanning the complete car system, there is a report at the bottom, as well as some menus such as clear fault code. Here, click on the report, and after we saved it, you can fill in this information or not. It prompts you to save the report. And when it's done, we just exit back to our file. This is our electronic report. Let's take a look here. This is the one we just diagnosed and saved. Then there is a THINKCAR Academy. It is mainly a query library of some fault code, and some video recordings of operation. For example, we can enter the fault query here. We will check the P0016. Click OK. It has some explanations for this fault code, and explain what reason caused this fault code. Guidance. Of course, not all faults can be queried. The specific subject depends on what we display on the device. And then there's a list of models, and some other pages, and so on. There are also some screen recordings. These are some videos of operation. The playback of operations for some special function. General series. A video of various special functions. Please pay attention. To view these videos, the internet need to be connected. If you don't connect the internet, you can't watch these videos. These are some of the features in THINKCAR Academy. Then there is a center for upgrade, where all softwares and system can be upgraded. This is upgradable and downloadable. Then this one here is upgraded. The last one is diagnostic feedback. For example, If you meet the situation that some functions can't be operated, or that the function failed to operate, in this case, you can submit the diagnostic feedback. It is also very simple. For example, if we encounter a problem when diagnosing Volkswagen, we can click on Volkswagen, and then select the file. Select all of the files for Volkswagen. After selected the files, we need to choose the feedback problem type. The second one is the problem description. We recommend you to choose others directly, because if you choose some special functions, you will need to fill in more information. It is more complicated, and you may feel annoyed. So in general, we recommend that customers choose others directly. After the others is selected, we can directly describe the problem here. Then fill in the contact information and your email address. After all the information is filled in, we click Upload directly. Just click Upload. After the upload is complete, you need to provide us with a serial number of the device and your vehicle's information through the email, so that we can directly ask the engineer to check it. If you don't provide them to us and waited for the engineer to check it himself, it might take a long time. Therefore, if you is in a hurry, it is recommended that you can send us the corresponding product serial number and the vehicle's information after submitting the feedback. We directly find an engineer for a review. These are all the functions on the main interface of the device. Then let's take a look at the setting. In the settings, there are mainly various Bluetooth connectors and some system adjustments. The first one is my connector. Under normal circumstances, the serial number is displayed on my connector. If we weren't logged in, the connector might show up at the bottom, below the other connectors. Click on this mark. You can see the time of you activated it, and whether the state is normal. The second is to activate the Bluetooth connector, and the third is to activate the tire pressure. Everyone must pay attention to this, and don't make a mistake. If you enter the serial number of tire pressure and activation code in the Bluetooth connector, it will not be activated. If you enter the serial number of Bluetooth and activation code in the tire pressure, your Bluetooth connector will not be able to activate. Do not make a confusion. They have separate entrances to activate. Then the fourth one is the firmware fix. If we had any problems diagnosing the vehicle, for example, when we are in the whole car, all systems are displayed as unconfigured, including when reading the frame number for diagnosis. We can't read the information. We can try to do a firmware repair. Repair it. Then see if it can be diagnosed normally. After we've done the firmware fix, we're going to unplug the Bluetooth connector and plug it back in again. This step can't be omitted. It must be done. After the repair is successful, turn the power off and then plug it back in again. This is a firmware fix. Then the next one is data stream. This is a standard data stream, which needs to be recorded by you. After you finish the recording, the data stream can be displayed here. Normally, if you need to use it, you can see it in the whole car softwares. There is my order below, and some other system settings. We won't introduce too much details here. There are also some password changes and so on. If you has forgotten the password, you can directly modify it here. Write the email address, and then obtain the verification code. After obtain the verification code, write the new email address and the new password again, and then confirm the password again to make a modification. Some other business information. Such business information can be reflected in the diagnosis report, including taking pictures here. Then some other photos, and some menus for S-Series recordings. If you drop down the menu, we have a guard here. The first is Wi-Fi, the second is Bluetooth, and the third is screen recording. After clicking a button, there is a S-Series recording. Click the triangle symbol to start a recording. Then click to end the recording. You can save the name which can be modified. Then there are more content, including screenshots. Here is a screenshot. Take a screenshot. Then you can view it in our album. In the settings, it includes the information of version and the switch to set the imperial units or the metric units. There is also a setting for time. It depends on whether the customer prefers the 12 hours or 24 hours format. You can click a switch to finish it here. And there is a choice of languages. At present, it mainly supports 13 languages. Then this is a setting for time zone. You can choose the time zone that corresponds to your location. There's also a factory reset as well as an exit. After logging out of the account, we have this serial number. It will be displayed at the bottom, and it may prompt you to log in. Including the online coding we just said. You must log in to access the server. You can only use this online feature after logging in. If you are not logged in, your features will not work. Everyone must pay attention to it. Thank you for your watching. And there are other videos for car scan tools in our channel. You can have a look. And don't forget to subscribe us and open the ring, so that you won't miss our video.